Yeah, good day, guys. You're welcome to Matter of the Day. In mid October, sometimes 2 or 3 days ago, um, Nigerians stayed awake to whispers, dark and uncertain, dangerous whispers. Across Lagos, Abuja, and Kaduna, phones were buzzing with messages that sound almost too dramatic to believe. 16 military officers arrested, a coup plot against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu exposed. Wow, that's a big one. The story spread like wildfire. Social media, sports, online blogs, voice notes. A lot of people said the plotters were senior officers. Others claimed they had planned to strike on Independence Day, October 1st. The plan, it was said, was swift and surgical. They seized the seat of power in Abuja. That was their initial plan. Detain top government officials and announce a new military government to save Nigeria. But within hours, the Nigerian Defense Headquarters responded. Calm but firm. They called the rumors false and mischievous. Yes, that's what they call it. They said some officers had been arrested, but not for a coup, rather for what they called or described as indiscipline and breach of service regulations. The message was clear. We have heard this before.
According to
If you were born
create an avatar of myself,
in the 70s
and I'm
or the
hoping that it
60s,
turns out very well. Everything
you
is
would
going good,
understand
as I can see,
this kind of message.
and I believe
It
it's
has
going to
happened in
improve.
Nigeria
So I
several
believe
times
that what we are doing
over
here
and over again.
will make things a lot easier for
There
people
is no
to
coup.
manage.
There was never a coup.
I hope this
That is
turns
what we
out
are
very
hearing.
well.
But still,
Thank you.
for millions of Nigerians, the rumor felt too close for comfort. The country has not forgotten the history, decades of coup and counter coups from the 1960s through the 1990s. We all remember very clearly the coups of Gideon Oka, the coup that I as a person believe is the coup that would have saved Nigeria from where we are today. Each and every one of those coups promised salvation, but delivered something darker. Curfew, censorship, fear, the idea that military coup once again march into Aso Rock sent chill down the nation's spine. But imagine just for a minute, if the wishpad had been true, what would have happened? If a coup had truly been in motion, if a coup had really taken place on the dawn of October 1st, it might have brought the sound of gunfire echoing over Abuja. Television and radio stations might have gone silent, replaced by uniformed people reading a solemn statement, and would have heard martial music. The armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria would have taken over power to save the nation from corruption and insecurity. The president and vice president would have likely have been placed under protective custody, politicians detained, National Assembly dissolved, borders closed, flights grounded, the internet slow to a crawl, and as panic would have spread, I would say, across the world. The statement would have poured in Washington, in London, ECOWAS condemning the takeover. Sanctions would have loomed over Nigeria. Nigeria's democracy, fragile but hard won, would once again be hanging by a thread. And yet, perhaps within the barracks, not all soldiers would have supported such a move. Some might have resisted, sparking clashes between loyalties and rebels. A failed coup could have plunged Nigeria into chaos, one more crisis in a nation already burdened by inflation, insecurity, and public frustration. But that is not what happened, as we had seen. For now, Nigeria's democracy stands unshaken. but questioned, but still intact. The 16 officers remain under investigation, and the government insists that they have not been charged for treason. Whether this was a spark quickly extinguished or merely smoke without fire, the lesson is the same. In a country with history of power taken by force, even a whisper can make the foundation of the republic. It can make it shake. And so Nigeria breathes again, watchful, wary, wondering, because in this land, rumors of power can be almost as dangerous as power itself. We are glad there was not really a coup. But on the other hand, are we really happy there was not one? Because Nigeria has gotten to a stage. We don't know. Your guess probably is as good as mine. I would like to hear your thoughts on the comment section. And kindly please subscribe to this channel so that I can continue bringing you groundbreaking stories. Like and share.